but some news in the coaching carousel is that Craig Berube has apparently been speaking with the Winnipeg Jets. Do we think he might be a good fit there?
I mean, I think every team that's looking for a coach should interview Craig Berube. I think he's as good as anybody else out there and available. Yeah, I think he's a good fit everywhere. I think he's got the accountability. He's very structured in the way I think that he coaches. So all those teams, and then if there's any more that make moves, I think Craig Berube should be at the top of your list.
Yeah, it seems like a good fit with Winnipeg just for the city, like a blue-collar, hard-working kind of town. Like he has that identity, would probably imprint that upon the team, which they had for the most part this year up until the first-round series of Colorado. So I think with their personnel and the way they want to play, he wouldn't be a bad fit there at all.
I always think it's so interesting when guys go within the division. And he's not for sure going to Winnipeg. He's just talking to them at this point. But I don't know. You face off against them 4 or 5 times a year. And, you know, when Pete DeBoer went from San Jose down to Vegas, I remember thinking, oh, my gosh, are you crazy? Like, how does the fan base feel about this? And St. Louis fans, mixed feelings probably if they have to see him with Winnipeg now. But they have a really great team in the Jets. And, I think you guys are right that any team that interviews him would probably be lucky to have him. He's still one of the top on the market.
Yeah, he, and I'm sure they are talking to him, right?
Yeah.
And we'll see how. It doesn't mean none of the other coaches are to his level. I mean, it's just he's a unique coach that brings unique attributes behind the bench that some of the other coaches maybe don't.
Yeah.
And you look at his results there in St. Louis. I'm a big fan of what he brings to the table.
Yeah, I think something you mentioned, the division rivalry. I think as a coach, it's almost a benefit because you play them so often, and as coaches, you sit there and pick them apart. You say, all right, here's where they are exposed, here's where they struggle, here's their strengths. So as a coach, you can come right in and be like, oh, I know exactly what I would do with this team because I played against you so often. I know your tendencies and your weaknesses. So it could be an advantage. You can come in there and say, if we just fix this and this, then we'll be back on our way.
Did you ever have the same coach in 2 different places throughout your careers?
I've had, as an assistant coach in Pittsburgh, I had Mike Yeo, and then a head coach, but just assistant head, not head coach in 2 different places. Never had that.
No, I just had general manager Lou Lamoriello, Jersey and Island. So
okay. Well, very interesting. Again, there are several coaching vacancies, as we showed you on that board, and a lot of quality candidates on the market as well. So going to certainly be something to keep an eye on as the weeks and months unfold.